out here in the sun, putting this work in, trying to get this stuff back in order, you heard me? Shout out to everybody out there on TBP. While we at it, I was sitting here thinking about a good old story to drop on y'all. Something that came to my mind. So, I wanted to drop it on y'all. This is a crazy one right here. But this is a lesson to all you young fellas out here. This is what they do in the penitentiary, right? Okay, I knew this dude that was locked up for a minute. Real big dude, I'm talking about he was solid, lifting 500, benching 500 and all of that. They call him Hulk, right? Big young fella. You know, played football. When we played football out there, he was rough. He was hurting people, sending people to the medical, right? But they had little rumors on him, like, you know, maybe he messing with the boys, maybe he don't. Maybe, you know, he might be like this, that, and the third. So, in penitentiary, it's just like everywhere else. Some people, you know, they take these rumors to heart. They take these rumors to be true. May be true, may not be true. So, I remember I was on Greensville with her. So, I had separated from him. Now, I'll give you a little background on him. Like I say, he's a huge dude, and he'll put that work in. Like I say, he's ultra strong. And I ran into him on Wallace Ridge, right? The reason he got to Wallace Ridge was because the CO had pressed him. On Greensville, he ain't like being pressed. The CO, you know, they crowd you sometimes. They get all in your way with all the foolishness, all the craziness. So they jump all on him and try to tell him this, that, and the third, or trying to, you know, you got to go here, you got to go there. So Hulk kept telling the dude to get out of his way. Dude happened to be a sergeant. So he went to grab Hulk, put his hands on Hulk. Hulk crushed him. I'm talking about crushed him. They had to medevac him out there, you know, with his hands. That's just how strong he was. Lift him up, slammed him down on his head, stomped him, beat him and all that before all the rest of the crew could get there, you know, to stop him. Man, when they got there, they had a little problems too. They had to work with him, you know what I'm saying, tussle with him, you know, 10, 12 of them, because the boy is strong as a bull. Now, with all that being said, when I run into him on Wallace Ridge, you know, he's still up there for that. That was like almost probably a decade. So he had been up there for that, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to drag you when you put your hands on one of them COs. You can lay flat and believe that. They're going to drag you. You know, they're going to do what they do to you when they get you back there in the cuffs and all of that too. So they're going to drag you, man. So they drag him. So he had been up there for over a decade, right? So the crazy part about it was, while I'm on there, and he's on there, he's on another zone. I ran into him in my block one time, but then he ended up getting moved to another block. So he in another block now. And when he in the other block, I heard, you know what I'm saying, that about a couple of months later, did he get locked up? So I'm saying, what did he get locked up for? You know, they said, man, he beat the dog snot out his celly, right? I mean, he crushed him. They said they had to take his celly to the hospital, right? So I'm like, yeah, he said, yeah, man, they give me to sip him the red onion. You know what I'm saying? So, because that's where you go. You get in the washing machine cycle. You go from red onion to Wallace Ridge, red onion to Wallace Ridge. You know, they play you like that. And then you turn around, you mess around and have 10, 15, 20 years, you stuck up there in one place. You know what I'm saying? That's how they keep you up there. That's the little cycle that they got up there. They keep you up there. They give you charges, and you got to get 2-3 years charge free before you could even leave from up there. So what they do is, they play you. They keep giving you charges for whatever. So you keep getting these charges, you going to stay up there no matter what. This how they keep the beds filled. So everybody trying to find out why Hulk, you know, did what he did, you know, to his celly, right? And don't nobody really know. So, man, a couple of years go by, you know, and Hulk end up coming back to Wallace Ridge, right? They put him in the block. Okay, I'm working on a little floor crew at the time. You know, trying to occupy my time up there, trying to stay, you know, out the way. So Hulk is next door. So when I go next door, working on the floors at night, me and my homeboy, so I'm going around the cells. You had to go around the cells. So people be seeing you, they be hollering at you, calling you like, what's up, man? Yo, Bank, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. So I go past Hulk's cell and he called me. So I'm like, oh, yo, what's up, bro? What you doing? He said, man, I just got back up here. I said, yeah, I mean, I heard you had a little altercation and everything, and they sent you up a red onion. He was like, yeah, man, it was crazy, man. I mean, it was crazy. You wouldn't even believe it. I'm like, what you mean? I mean, what happened? So he goes on to tell me. So Hulk tells me he's laid up in the cell one night. Got a little young Sully. He said Sully ain't no more than like 24, you know. And he said he just laid on the bottom. He on the bottom bunk and Sully on the top bunk. So he said he just laid down there one night and he chilling, he watching TV or whatnot. And he said he heard Sully mumbling. So, you know, he was like, what's up? He said, yeah, man, I think that joint broke. So he said, what you mean? He said, I think it's broke. So Hulk said, what you mean? What's broke? So he said, man, I think it's broke, man. Look. So Hulk said he gets up out the bed, stands up and look up there. He said, oh boy, old boy got his penis in his hand. Say, yeah, man, I think this joint broke. And he got an erection. And Hulk say he got his erection and it's crooked. So he tells him, I think the joint is broke. Man, Hulk say he snatched this dude up off the top bunk and slammed him down to the floor. And them concrete floors in there, man, concrete floors. So he snatched him off the top bunk, slammed him down to the floor, and he said he just started pounding him, beating him. He said the dude was hollering, said, no, I'm sorry. So he like, no, you crazy, man? What's wrong with you? Picked him up again, boom, slammed him back there. Said, man, everybody could hear all the noise in there. Dudes was running to the cell, looking out, trying to see what was going on. Hulk in there beating this dude, man, from wall to wall. I mean, crushed him. And you got to imagine now, I'm telling you, this is a big, strong dude, bench pressing 500 pounds. And this dude done flashed the wiener on him because he had heard rumors or think this, that, or the third. And he done tried his hand with his freak nasty self. And it done almost cost him his life because they said Hulk beat him down so bad that by the time the people get there, they bum rush into the cell. They lined up behind the cell trying to get ready to come in and stop Hulk. But they scared because they know about him. They know his reputation. They see how big and strong he is. But they say he mopping the boy in the cell, blood everywhere. He just crushing him. They yelling and screaming, stop, leave him alone, stop. We coming in. But message to all you little young dudes out there, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They're not gonna save you. They're not. They're gonna wait until it's safe for them. They're not gonna take and run up in there and put their life in jeopardy, even though they got the numbers, even though they got shields, even though they got all this stuff. They're not gonna put their life in jeopardy just to save you. So that boy had to take that beating as much as he wanted to take until Hulk got finished whooping him the way he wanted to whoop him, and then back up, go ahead and sit on the bed and let them people bust the door, come in there, drag that boy out, close the door back up and leave Hulk in there, medevac that boy up out of there, and then come back and get Hulk, you know what I'm saying, and gave him that charge, and he got a street charge for that. You see what I'm saying? That boy was medevac to the hospital. They said that boy had a fractured skull, broken jaw, broken nose, broken rib. He mopped him up in there, you know, and he's trying to justify it and tell him, you know, the boy made sexual advances towards me, and I'm not going to go for that. I'm not accepting that. That is not going to get him out them charges. He's still going to get them charges because it ain't no proof to that. It's only his word against their word. So he was telling me, man, he was fighting the charges then. The only reason he had came back from Red Onion to Wallace Ridge so fast, because normally he would have been up there for probably about a decade or better. Only reason he came back was because they had somebody up there that was harassing him about, you know, what he had did to an officer. So he had filed complaints or whatever and ended up getting moved back to Wallace Ridge. You see what I'm saying? And that's when I ran back into him. But the whole thing is, this is the craziness that happens in that penitentiary. I told you get stuck behind them cells and anything can happen. If you cannot defend yourself in them cells with another man, no matter who he is in there, you better make contingency plans. You better have that Bethlehem. You better have something with you, because if a man get to whooping you in that cell and you're not qualified to stop him from taking your life, you're going to have to be dependent upon his mercy. And he just might not have none. You understand me? So that is a crucial lesson for all you dudes that's out here in the free world, man. Don't get caught up in that penitentiary where you locked down up in there and you ain't got no recourse but yourself. You have no guns in there. You can't call your buddies with the chopper or none of that. It's you, mano a mano, these right here, this right here. This right here, that's the only thing that's gonna save you in the penitentiary, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing to save you in the penitentiary. I don't know where you get these young dudes coming in here in their 20s with this freak nasty mentality, or you gonna listen to rumors and think you heard this and heard that, and you gonna try some freaky stuff like that. I know we all in there, we all without sex or whatever, but brother, you gotta learn another way, because that way right there almost costs you your life. You understand? So that's what goes down in the penitentiary. That's real penitentiary. Not no TV, not no R's, not none of that foolishness. This is what happened in there on a daily basis. This is just one of the stories that I'm telling y'all about. But I just thought about that while I was out here shaking out this morning, and I remember that brutal beating that Hulk put on that boy for flashing that wiener on him, and he was not going for it. I'm trying to tell you right now. But I just wanted to drop that on y'all, man, because it was a crazy scene. It was a crazy scenario, man. And this is how people get caught up in that penitentiary. Like I say, you could be minding your business. The man was sitting there watching TV, minding his own business, you know, and had this freak nasty coming with some foolishness, you know what I'm saying? Because he laid up there and he sexually, you know, frustrated. So he gonna try his hand, and his hand almost got him his life. You know, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he, you know, survived, if he was, you know, I know he didn't die, because that would have been penitentiary news. But I don't know how bad his injury was, whether or not they was, you know, life sustaining, or whether he was messed up for life. But I heard he was just brutally beat, man. And all because he went on a rumor, you know, he went on some falsehood. So yeah, this penitentiary for you, man. Bankology 101. Stay out of the penitentiary. Ain't nothing good in there, and ain't nothing good coming up out of it for you. So stay out here on these streets. I tell y'all all the time, if you out here in the streets, you're winning. You know what I'm saying? You could be broke, you could be homeless, you could be doing bad, you could be jobless. You're still winning, because you're doing better than them brothers up in there, because every one of them in there want to get out here with you. You know what I'm saying? Believe that. If you're working at McDonald's, I know 1,000 dudes right now want to trade places with you. They want that job. You know what I'm saying? They want that job. Please believe that. So anyway, man, I just wanted to drop that on y'all real quick, man. Y'all stay tuned, man, for more 33 years of prison stories. Stay tuned for more of these shorts. I'm going to bring some more of them to y'all. I'm just dropping it to you as it come to my mind. But we out here. We grinding. We ain't doing no playing. And we on the job, man. Y'all be safe. Be smart. Make good decisions. And stay out of the penitentiary. Because, you know, you always got to duck that hook. Because when it come, ain't nobody gonna save you.